Hello everyone and welcome to Seasonal Watch, where we're watching My Stepmom's Daughter. This is my ex episode 7. It's a long name, so sometimes it takes a little while to process that. So what happened last time? We had the test where Mizuto yeah, Mizuto decided to take the top spot from Yume. So he was gonna compete against her. But after he learned how important that was for her, he backed off and decided to just leave it for her. After all, it was more important to her than for him. But then she saw his exams and saw that he left them blank and everything and went to complain about to him because he deliberately left it for her. So it was a lose-lose situation here. Either he leaves it blank and she complains that he did not use all his effort, or he actually does put all his effort and takes the spot from her. Well, I guess he could have put a wrong answer, but then again, yeah, I think that might have been the better choice here. Put a wrong answer on purpose. But other than that, there was no way out of the situation. So after that test, he decided to actually go all out since she was complaining of his other choice. Turns out, he did take the top spot from her. But surprisingly for her, she did not lose the connection she had. Why the first place was so important. That was not the reason. It wasn't because she was first place. She was still having her friends around her. It wasn't a lonely place second and below. So she learned a lesson from all this, and she realized it was a lesson that he gave it to her. So she went to thank him and everything, and she was very appreciative. And even having that small crush back with him. But when she went to talk to him, there was another girl in the scene. Higashira or something like that. I still don't quite get her name yet, since she's a new character. But he was with another girl at the library, and they were having fun with by themselves. Because they understand each other in a literature level. And they were talking it out and everything, and Yume actually got jealous. After all, she was in her crush mode, not in stepsister mode. And she decided, you know what? I'm just gonna bury that. Just gonna act like a normal stepsister. This is just a guy I just happened to become a step sibling to. I definitely have no connection to him. He's definitely not my ex or anything. And she decided actually started act all kind with him, which threw him off because that's not the usual Yume he deals with. So after talking with his friend, the female friend, not his other friend, I don't remember what his name is. Kazanami, something like that. But either way, Higashira, after talking with her, he decided to talk it out with Yume. Why are you acting like this? It's weird. And learned that she was actually jealous of it. So they confronted that, everyone there. Surprisingly, Higashira actually stepped up, even though she was very shy. And it seemed it was resolved. But especially since it did not seem like she had any romantic feelings for him. But seeing how the two of them work so well together, even Minami was pointing out, maybe there's a little level of worry there that you should be, And that was about it. So now we have a new character joining the fray. So now we have 5 characters. Mizuto, Yume, Minami, Wakanami, Kazana. I don't remember his name. His guy friend, which is actually childhood friend from Minami. And then we have Higashira. Also, I'm gonna be able to watch it open this time, so can't wait. As a reminder, this is a time reaction, which means you sync up your own version of mine and we'll watch it together. I'll try to add some scenes here and there, but don't expect much. With that being said, let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so we're going back to talk about their early days. I feel like that's a recurring thing, like every episode or two, talk about their past love life. Oh, the last day. And it turns out that you did. Kinda. She delivered the letter in person, but still was a letter. And he said, a youthful indiscretion. Yeah, let's watch this opening and hear the music because I didn't really hear much before other than the very beginning. Oh, okay. That, like, old timey we had there for a moment. Okay. And there's the friends. Ah, there's her. And the parents. Yeah, and the family united. Those just still don't really get along. Oh, nice little cross. And it's all gone. Think of the past. He's always reading. Okay. Kind of nice. She doesn't know what love is. Oh, a love letter. Never mind. That does not sound like a love letter at all. Maybe I thought it was a love letter because the earlier scene, but I thought there was a heart seal on it. So it was them. Knowing her little secret. Oh. Yeah, when you're being blank like that, she's gonna start spilling it, the beans herself. As a friend, right? At least that's how she's putting it. Romantic, like in a rom-com? They have... Okay. Why does she have that recording? I mean, she did blush from... It's just putting a scenario. Kunyu, kunyu, kunyu. Kunyu, kunyu, kunyu. Instinct test. She's learning about this right now. You're the one creating a rival. So while you are trying to confront a rival, you're actually creating one. But I guess they're gonna help. Which is even Yume is surprised by that. Because it kind of conflicts with their objectives. Because Yume, in part, she still has feelings for Mizuto. And Minami wants to get with Mizuto because she likes Yume. The whole thing of being comfortable with where you are, not wanting to risk a high risk, high reward situation. Like, you could end up destroying your friendship or creating something better. But she prefers not taking that risk and staying unfriends. She knows how it is because she's been through this. Oh, instant present. That last one was very recent and not really as boyfriend girlfriend. Oh, okay. Yeah, she just was lacking confidence to take the risk, to take the dive, the plunge. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was talking about. Like, isn't that counterproductive? What is the situation? I mean, you're his stepsister? Of course, she would be the one to say that. They're just hanging out as normal. Each one reading their own books near each other, and she's on the window without shoes. Oh, they were reading the same series. Wait, what? Oh, true. Oh, then again, you guys said that before about her not having feelings for him, and apparently she does. So don't act all innocent. They're charming. Okay. What are they planning to do? And are you gonna keep doing that? Yeah, how are you guys gonna make this?
ミズト君、ここ見てくださいよ。
どれだ？
ここです、ここ。本当にやった。さあ、どうだ？
日頭。
はい。
胸が当たってるんだが。
あの男は。
What? What did you say? Oh. What is she even doing? Yeah, that's the big problem. But she wants him to be in both
東
areas.
さんは違う。彼女にとって恋人は友達の延長線上にあるもの。恋人になりたいからといって友達という関係を犠牲にするという考えがない。それが東頭伊佐奈。ごめんね東頭さん。態度を変えろなんてもう言わない。東頭さんは多分自然にしていた方が。
Yeah, just being his friend. Yeah, lack of confidence usually. Like, hmm. That the whole lack of confidence reminded me of Ishigami from Love is War, but a makeover. Okay, cute.
日頭。
But I don't think there was
どう
much.
したその唇。揚げ物でも食ったのか？
Wow.
あんまり脂っこいものばかり食べてると太る。気をつけた方がいいぞ。
こんなこと東頭さんには
I
言えない
mean,
の。あれを彼氏にする人の気が知れないね。そうね。
yeah, I have no idea either. Yeah, weird having a crush on that guy. Yeah. There's a limit how far. Yeah. If you invade any further, oh wait, you as hell. He did warn you.
これはいじめです。いじめですよ。
そうかもな。
だったら一緒にいじめられてください。
しょうがないな。
Oh, that's interesting development. She did get something out of the situation at least, so. Huh. That's actually an interesting thing that Minomi's saying here. Yeah, I can see that. She's making some sense there. But I mean,
東さんと一緒に
yeah, I was gonna talk about that. Like,
だからもっと一緒にいたいって言ったら断られることはないと思う。本当ですか。私本当に水戸くんの彼女になれますか。なれるわ。この私が保証する。
wow, she's giving her that confidence boost. Oh,
自然と彼女っていうものに価値を感じてるか否か。イリド君って多分そうじゃない。
yeah, he already had his experience with having one. Wasn't a big fan of it.
これっぽっちも価値を見出してない人。だからそれでもあえて彼女を作るとしたら。
Oh, something she said put her off. And putting the lipstick again. I mean, last time he talked about her eating fried chicken, so. I mean, at least they're acting in her interest there, so they're being good friends. Just not really sure why they're doing that, but. But he's so stoic, like, not showing much emotions.
そのですね。私水戸君に話したいことが日頃の感謝というか。
She's looking inside towards them.
東ら言いたいことを言いたい順にゆっくりと話してくれ。整理はこっちでする。
Okay, that is nice of him. Just. What? I'm not seeing anything about being weird and knowing you're free from you.
私が好き勝手に話してもちゃんと聞いてくれる人。
You're a pretty normal, nice person, even.
くれる人初めてで嬉しくて楽しくて。もっと一緒にい
Look
たい。
at the other two hearing that.
ずっと一緒にいたいんです。だから私を
But hey, she's giving her confession.
好きです。
That does affect her. Weird camera angles, but Yeah. However, or but, I feel like there is a but there. There it is. In a way, I feel like he got traumatized of dating.
本気で向き合えるのはどうも一人が限度らしい。そのたった一つの席をさ、そんな権利もないくせにまだ占有してるやつがいるんだよ。そして僕はそいつのことをそんな義理もないのにまだ泣かせたくないと思っているらしい。
That's interesting. Did not expect that from him. So even though he saying that he doesn't have, oh, we're gonna see what she said. Mm-hmm. It would be have to be that important.
私なんかと違って東さんとならうまくいくに決まってるのに、私はもうただの義理の兄弟でしかないのに、どうして彼女じゃなくなった人間をまだあなたのそばにいさせてくれるのよ。
So yeah, like what I was saying is like even though he doesn't seem to have any romantic interest in Yume anymore, he still cares for her. As we seen last episode with the whole test, how she was the test was very important to her, so he deliberately left some questions blank so as to leave her with that first place that was so important to her. And then later, when she was complaining about it, he showed her that it wasn't as bad as she thought, not getting first place. And she wears those clothing a lot, especially like she wears that both in the opening and ending. Like I noticed a shirt. I wouldn't really call it a shirt, but whatever that clothing piece is, I'm not never good at that. And then it's basically her telling the story about their pasts before the series when they were in middle school. But yeah, so there's a sort of complicated situation with their relationship. Oh, we have an after credit scene. I was not expecting this. They're still friends. Yeah, just because unlike you two, like she still see friends and relationships two things. Which in a way is the ideal way when you get. So what I was saying was that basically the ideal way that you're in a friendship, you decide to confess. It either goes you're now lovers, which is a bigger relationship, or you just are still friends, but know that there's a boundary there. Which, if you can, like, just act like you did before the confession, that's awesome. The problem is that many people get too worried about that boundary, get too self-conscious about it, that ends up ruining the friendship. And that's why people are so worried about taking the dive, taking the plunge to confess to a friend. But she ends up actually working it out, because like we were talking, like Yume even mentioned earlier, for Minami and Yume, relationship, being in a relationship is a step higher from friends. But for Higashira, it's two different things: friend and relationship. She would prefer she can have both, but now she knows she can't have the relationship. Okay, still have the friend.
好きになったら友達やめなきゃいけないんですか？
私と暁さんは恋人とは特殊なものだと思っている。友達とは違う、特別で別格で価値のあるものだと思っている。彼女にとって恋人は友達の延長線上にあるもの。恋人になりたいからといって友達という関係を犠牲にするという考えがない。
きっぱり振られたんですから、むしろ堂々と気兼ねなく友達としてやっていけるってものじゃないですか。
It's just good to see. Like, we just got introduced her. It's good to see that she's still gonna be staying around Mizuto. Like, would be very weird. She got introduced last episode and then she's already gone this episode. It's already surprising thing that last episode we got them saying like, nah, she can't possibly be in love with him or anything. And then this episode they're confronting her like, you're in love with him. Let's work on that. But we clear that already, because sure, she's still in love with him, but she knows how to keep her boundaries safe. So she's tried it, didn't work. Now she's just his friend, and she's fine with that. Which is very weird for Minami and Yume. But speaking of weird, something that's surprising, I would say, was how Mizuto answered. How even though she's his ex, he doesn't really have romantic feelings anymore, at least as it seems. But he still really cares about her. And he put it like he can only care about one person, and right now that's occupied by Yume. Even though, as he put it, she doesn't really deserve it or anything, but he still cares. And we have seen examples of that. But yeah, that really affects Yume. Like, Minami, she doesn't really care about this whole situation, surprisingly. But Yume was worried about them trying to get Higashira to go out with Mizuto, and then she's very shocked, even crying, hearing his explanation how he still really cares about her, even though she's an ex. He's not in love with her or anything. She's the one that still has some romantic feelings here.
本気で向き合えるのはどうも一人が限度らしい。そのたった一つの席をさ、そんな権利もないくせにまだ占有してる奴がいるんだよ。そして僕はそいつのことをそんな義理もないのにまだ泣かせたくないと思っているらしい。
私なんかと違って東さんとならうまくいくに決まってるのに、私はもうただの義理の兄弟でしかないのに、どうして彼女じゃなくなった人間をまだあなたのそばにいさせてくれるのよ。
So that really affects her there. And yeah, like they were talking about earlier on the phone, he doesn't really care about romantic relationships. After all, his previous one, it felt suffocating. So if he were to get in another relationship, that would be very big. Something very important. A very important person that he feels ready to take that that risk. There you go. Like, ready to take that risk to get in a relationship again with that person. But he's in a situation where he's not really gonna take that risk because of Yumi's. Even though he doesn't really... Yeah. I'm basically going in a circle here. Just explain the same thing with different words. So we got over this whole situation here. Another episode without his male friend appearing, which is surprisingly, Minami been a very consistent cast member, but him just... I know he said he likes to watch from the background, but I guess he's way in the background watching. But who knows? Maybe we'll get him again next episode. Maybe we'll just focus on Mizuto and the girls now. He's just a character that occasionally might show up. Maybe. But yeah, I think this is it. So with that being said, see you next time. Bye.